12-week hands-on training in filmmaking, and the young kids were also taken through the same period of time but also now photography. And the aim of this was for them to be able to use that tool and that skill of storytelling in film to tell stories of peace within their community. So it was a process that we had. It is a process which we share with you today. You see some of our stories here. But it was a process that we came together and started discussing what peace meant to us. What are some of the symbols that represent peace in our community? And I tell you, it was powerful when we used to have those sessions, because we used to have round tables actually, and this used to be like our classroom. Round tables here, and then this is another round table here, and then just talk about peace. And they had so many, ideas, so many voices from young people that we work with, what peace actually meant to them. The other people felt peace is just, having a nice thing. That is peace to them. Others, what? Eating. Yeah, of course, so we went through all that, and we also started identifying some of the symbols or elements within our community that represent peace. People talk about sports, usually happens in Libera. Others talk about music, others talk about arts, and so on and so forth. So we started using those elements, things that we can identify with, things that we are familiar with, to see how we can put together and tell a story using that. And so it's something that didn't happen within one day, of course, we learn one step at a time. So we started with one project. We did one project. And that project was done by our young kids. Can you stand up? The kids did the project. Let's stand up and we went to the team. So this thank you, Mrs. Gavin. So these young kids are really amazing, and I would say they actually inspired us. When we started on the first day, we thought that they are going to learn from us. But on that day, when we were doing the introduction, the sharing of stories, we actually learned from them. And that really humbled us, and actually it was a lesson for us. And it's been a lesson for us to be able to see how we can also learn from them. So the first project we did actually is 7 weeks. It was a short film. It's actually a short film that represented peace from their own eyes. So I want us to watch that first, and then after we watch that, then we can have reactions to that. Sound. Okay, so the technically final program you watch, but before we do that, I'd like to introduce someone who was also part of this. Thank you. So the detective is working matters that you're able to watch the film in a video. So I'd love to introduce someone to be part of this program. Of course, we didn't do this alone. We work with partners from the community, and that has been our ethos as SFF, not to collaborate. We collaborate with people who share a vision with it. And working with the kids was something new for us. Normally, we usually work with young people from ages of 18 to 24, but this is our first time we actually work with kids. And we reached out to an organization that also works with kids here in Vera in various aspects of capacities, and they actually allowed us to work with the kids that were doing our photography program. So I love to ask kindly my friend for Mrs. Gomez to just briefly come and just take a picture of what you guys do, and then we can jump on the video. After that,
okay, this is good morning. This is morning. I'm not used to speak to mic. Sometimes holding a mic, like holding a hotel. So if you see it shaking, it's hot for me. Even in the church that I go to, we are used to shout. Pastor yeah, those are the kinds of places that I'm brought up in. So my name is Gomez. This is where we really the opportunity to because I thought that I'm coming just to watch the film, but I've been called here, but it's okay. So my name is Gomez. I work for the coffee ministry. The word coffee is an acronym, Christ of Forgiveness for Everyone Everywhere. We're a Christ-based organization. We work with children in different capacities, and one of them is just to see the kids grow in their skills. One of the skills that I'm training kids is on photography program that we have, and we are really happy to be part of the Spark Peace project through the Islam Film Festival. One of the things is that I've never seen an dedicated man like Jos. Can you just give a round of applause to him? I'm not just saying because he's here, but I've seen him on the ground. Did you remember how many other testimony of this? The one that we're working with. The guy is supplying another partnership. He at the end, but he has really been wild to see this project come to an end. And thank you so much, Jos, for even the invite. We are hoping that our kids and also the young who will be part of this program. One of these, I'm really passionate. I'm a training project manager, but I really love community work. I do everything that Jos does. I love changing stories. It has been because of one organization that took me in and trained me and changed my story, and that's why I am where I am. I have some of my adopted kids. I have adopted 20 kids legally that I stay. I love children. I don't have any kids of my own, but I have adopted kids. Some of them, they are here like a car, but I cannot do it. Yeah, we have Juma over there. We have so many of them. Some of them, they are in school. But I really love kids. So, I love changing the lives of children. And that's why we began the coffee ministry, whereby we try to train them on different skills and also to sponsor them to schools where like I can get not only educational life skills, but also get a really practical life skills like photography, art, music, and any other stuff. So one of the things that I would like to say as I conclude my speech is that I'm very passionate also about the law. One of the things about I'm learning about the Tanzanian politics right now. Most of you who are following up the Tanzanian politics right now, it was really surprising to me that more than 500 opposition, anybody who had an contrary opinion from what the ruling party say right now that they're changing because of just their speech. And most of the Tanzania they are saying that we need new law to change how things are happening. But one of the things that I heard someone saying that the law itself cannot change the environment. It's up to us to see what we can utilize the environment that we have. Like CFA gave us this space. If we will say that we want to come and sell cabbages, it will be up to us. But we are changing lives through the spaces that we are given. So that's my prayer that for you young men and women that the spaces that we will be taken through, the training that we will be taken through, it is up to you as an individual to make a difference in the community. It's up to you to make a difference. It's up to you to utilize the skills that will be given to make a difference in someone else's life, to make a difference in your own life, to make a difference in your own community's life. So, ukienda kuangalia skills zako, it's up to you. It's time to rest now as you have been trained. Go and ponder on those skills. Go and ponder on those trainings. So we want to see the next jobs from this training. We want to see the next peace ambassadors from this training. So again, as we're going to watch the program and also making food, if there is, maybe we will. Thank you so much for your time.
Amazing. Give me another round of applause. Thank you so much, Ron. You're so kind. Just allowing us to share the last sort of things with this case. It has been an amazing journey, and it's still a journey that we're all part of. So I just wanted to make an announcement that we are live. Yes, team? Yes, we are live on YouTube. Please populate that link so that we can have people also log and share with our friends wherever they are. And is that a live camera? Yes, so hello friends, hello world. This is Islam from Festival Spark Peace Project Celebration. And today we're going to celebrate and show you what we've been doing for the last 12 weeks. So welcome, and hopefully you're going to be with us until the end. That was the camera. So, I'm ready. So we're going to start with our first film. It's a short film. As I say short, so we have to be ready to watch it. And it was our first project where we started the concept. It's just a simple concept of what peace is from the eyes of this case. Are we ready? That was a short film. Thank you. Okay. Can we have the next one? Thank you. So, that was our first project we did, and it was done by the kids who you can see here. That was our first project for them, telling the stories about peace. And it was told in the simplest way possible. So, we have the stars here, the ones who made the films. The thing is, we did a short brainstorm on the stories. I'll just take you through how we actually did that. So we started by finding a story, and we realized the story has a beginning, a middle, an end, and characters, and so on and so forth. And then we were like, we were storytellers. What kind of stories do we want to tell about our community in relation to peace? And they all gave all their ideas. There were 12 or 13 of them. Then I gave them an assignment and told them, go home, each person to write their story idea and make sure it has a beginning, a middle, an end, and characters. And that story should be short, not more than a minute. And when you think about producing the story, we'll have to produce it within the spaces we have, not going outside, just within these spots where this building is. And that was it. When we come back the next week, we are not going to do all the 13 stories. We'll select 2. And you guys will have to select which ones you guys feel we are going to film. So when the next, time we met with them, they had 13. I just had to make sure that they have 13. It's not like they went into stories. So they all presented the 13 ideas. And then I told them, I need to give you guys like 5 minutes, agree on the 2 stories you're going to film. I gave them like 20 minutes. They called me back and they said, we have a story. And they story. So the first story was this, and then there was another one. And I asked them a question, why did you choose these 2 stories? The answer blew my mind at that time. So I want you to meet them, and then if you have any questions before we go to the next film, please feel free to ask. Juma, please come forward. We get him a coffee. Let's have some chat. Do you want to sit or stand? You understand? Yeah. So Juma was the writer and director of that story. Let me call the producer. They can say producers are always forgotten. I'm a producer. Producer, please, Winnie. So, if you have any questions, please let me know. But I'll give them a mic. They introduce themselves, and then maybe Juma, to start with, you can tell us why that story. Sasa.
Hi everyone. So my name is Juma, and the story that was presented here actually was my idea. And the reason for that was simply because it was short but educative. And I'd like to say my way in being the director was very fine, and my work was just to direct and tell what people should do in the right way. And for me, this means a way of avoiding conflict and living in harmony. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Vino Aula, and I was the producer in the film. And the work was just easy because I was the boss. And we had some of the challenges, but we just came from shooting and two scenes to be living in harmony without any conflict. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, does anyone of you have any questions for them? Oh, there are questions. Jacob, still, people want to know more about it.
very powerful film, and I'm just curious, Jacob, for you since this was your vision, did you draw on your own personal experience, friendship, and what was your personal inspiration for the film? Does that make sense? Do you want me to rephrase that?
So why that story? In short, the way we asked in class, why that story?
The reason why we chose that story because it had two characters, and in some way it also showed peace. And as you saw, when the friend fell down, the other one stood up for him and helped him. So it was a short but also educative for all of us.
You want to add something? Any questions? Any more questions? Okay, I have a question for you. Wendy, so as the producer said, you said there were challenges. How did you cope up with them as a producer? What did you do?
The other team helped me to cope up with the challenges, like the camera people and the soundman and everyone. We just came up together in order for us to continue shooting. And I'm just grateful for my team for helping me coping with the challenges. But kuna challenge moja ya kutoka kuja hapa ilikuwa ni kutoka
Thank you so much. Please give them another round of applause. So maybe the other kids can just stand up because we also need to recognize them. They were part of that. So Jacob was the director. Maybe stand. Willie the producer. Can you have the camera? Yes, stand. Can you have the camera? Who are doing cinematography? Stand. That's Sasha. One guy. Oh, that's. Can you see her? Nice. These two are responsible for the visuals. The two did that. And then we have the lighting department. Please stand. Yes. Beautiful. Nice. And then we had, let me go to the behind the scenes, because we had behind the scenes. Yes. And who else? Sound. Yay! And then, let's go to production assistant. Clarence Nwani. And then next, they're saying cast, the two actors. Can you please stand? And then the editor. There you go. Come on. Yes. Now, allow me just to ask the cast, because they were part of the story and the ones who carried the story, to tell us the experience when they were doing that. Anyways.
It was a bit hard because we were told to repeat. Then but the air was good. We edited, we did all things. Experience yangu ilikuwa poa. Kwangu ilikuwa experience yangu ilikuwa poa. Tuli act. Challenge yangu ilikuwa njaa. Ana kurudia hivyo.
Thank you. Give them another round of applause. So, thank you so much. So I said that was our first project we did with them. And I also want to introduce someone who works with them, because there's someone who's been actually, before we actually got a chance to work with them, there was someone who's been mentoring them that journey. So just want to give them like a few seconds to actually, he was part of the mentors who are here to say something. Listen.
Okay, hello. I'm a man of few words. Leo challenge nilipitia kwa pili ndio napitia leo tumbo. But it was a good experience. First challenge, it was a process that took around 40 minutes from creation to shooting to editing. It was a good journey. We did our best. Mostly because it was the first time to engage with film. We only did brief introduction about camera movement and video production in class, but they outcame and they did their best. We always believe that we are the best for this. So as you can see from the film, they show the best part of their life, and it also speaks about their simplicity as well. They selected the story because of the simplicity. I couldn't touch a lot of props and a lot of locations. It was just like a one shot. We did few shots, but it was a roll in one time. Then editing got easy, and they thank God for that. And God bless the kids also, and Slam Film Festival, fraternity, and everyone behind the project. May God bless.
Thank you. He says he's humble. He's done a lot. When you see what the kids, when the kids can actually stand and speak to the audience without being shy. At that age, I couldn't even stand and hold the mic. Trust me. I would be there with fingers, just legs, crossing legs and all that. But these kids actually stand and speak their mind. If we had time today and you ask them why they do what they do, you'll just be, amazed and blown away on why they believe in what they do. So thank you so much. Again, please, thank you for the beautiful story, simplicity, best friends, standing up for each other, peaceful, simple. So from that short film, that simple, of course, our project will be here. Because at the end, as I mentioned, we had two groups, the kids and also the other older youths. And it was for them also the older age to tell their story in terms of peace. How do they see peace? So the process became from that simple, as he said, that took 40 minutes. But now, the next project was more complex. It required, experts to come in. And for us, we had a team of mentors who are part of this project. These mentors are actually practicing filmmakers from the industry. They have projects and, projects behind them. But they also, one thing about them is that they believe in the project, giving back, and, bringing up the stories from the community. So before I introduce the next project, I just like the mentors who are present just to stand up and so that we can see you. I was one of them, so I'm here. Thank you. Ed, I know there's they're busy with. Okay, so we have Ed, who was doing, we had like 5 mentors, so I was doing scripts, writing, because I told you I love stories, the scripting, storytelling, and then production, and then we had Mike. There's Mike. So Mike was the cinematographer, mentor, but also he's a full-time filmmaker, so he was also jumping in other aspects to assist. And you know what? Mike was my student when I was still at Boston. So it was a really proud moment for me to be able to work with my students to actually mentor other people. You see how that's powerful? Yes. So Mike is also a filmmaker. I think a couple of weeks ago he just premiered his first film called Yellow Dress. Is it out?
It's out on my phone. It's streaming on my phone.
Yeah, it's out streaming on?
My phone.com.
Oh, my phone.
My phone.
Sorry. MyFun.com. So you can go check it out. It's his first film to actually reach that stage, but he has experience in doing, work with the community, professionally. He's traveled across Africa doing film. So thank you, Mike. And then we had Ed. Ed is behind that thing you're seeing. He's now in charge of the live stream. Ed was also assisting in post-production, but also, in shooting, because that's what he does. He's a director, he does that. So Ed was one of the mentors. And then, that thing, really tall guy. He used to be a dancer, by the way, break dancer. He can spin and do that. I think he has awards behind him doing that dance. So Ed, and then we had Monica. Now Monica was like a mother to us. She was the post-production mentor, but also she was there to make sure we get that motherly love. So Monica, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. So those are the mentors. That was the team that we were working with.